So let's go over the warm up, y'all. All right, so here we go. We got vertices, we have X, Y, Z, and these are the different vertices for that. These are the ordered pairs for these points or this triangle. And we're rotating it about the origin. So let's graph it to see what it looks like, okay? I could have cut some graph paper. Actually, let's just use the rule. So let's graph 1 1, see where 1 1 is. This is 1 1. Put 1 1 here, okay? Mhm. Right here. Over 1, up 1. We're going to graph this first ordered pair. Let's label it X. And so let's determine what the rule would be if we rotated it 180 degrees. Remember, it doesn't have to say clockwise or counterclockwise because the picture's going to be upside down. How many turns is a 180 degree? Two turns. So watch Miss Reyes turn it and then you turn it, okay? One turn is sideways, two turns, and the picture should be completely upside down. So this should be your new location for X. What is that ordered pair? That ordered pair is -1 and -1. So the new location for X prime is going to be -1 and -1. Okay, and really all we had to do was Y. Okay, so do you see what I did with X to get X prime? You're going to do the same thing with Y. I need you to graph Y. Then I need you to turn the picture upside down and graph your new ordered pairs for Y and pick the correct answer. All right, so now I'm going to pause for the calls, give you a chance to do that. I did X. Look at what I did for X. I graphed X. Then I turned it. This is one time sideways, two times the picture is upside down. And now my ordered pair, I went to the left one time, that's -1. I went down one time, that's -1. And then I wrote my new ordered pair here. You're going to graph Y, turn the picture upside down, and write your new ordered pairs for Y prime. I'm going to pause, give you a chance to do that. I'm not going to do this one for you. I want you to do this one on your own and choose the correct answer. So please don't wait for me because that's not going to happen. I need you to do this one, okay? Any questions about what I'm asking you to do before I give you time? You got a question, baby? Okay. Okay, so we're going to move on, folks. We got the answer here. We should have graphed this at 3. Go over to the right, 1, 2, 3. And then go up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the location of Y. We're going to rotate it. That's 180 degrees is 2 turns. That's 1 turn is sideways. 2 turns is upside down. So this new ordered pair went over to the left 3 times and down 5 times. Okay? Left 3 times, down 5 times. All right? Any questions? What should be your answer choice here? A, B, C, or D? Okay, very good. All right, let's look at. All right, yesterday we worked on some equations. We're going to work on a couple equations. Going to review some equations again today. Doing this, mark this out. This is classwork. We're going to turn it in as homework, but we're doing this in class. We're going to do a couple. We're going to do 2, and then you're going to do one on your own, okay? We're going to do number 16. Sorry, 15. Thank you, baby. We're going to do 15. And where's 1? And we're going to do 16. Okay? And then you are going to do 18 on your own. So these 3 problems should be completed. All right, so let's do 15 first. Let's do 15 first. All right, first step. What's the first step, Ms. Reyes? It's distributive property. Okay, distributive property comes first. So I'm going to look on this side. There is no distributive property on this side. Then I'm going to look at this side of the equal sign. There's distributive property. There's 2. We got distributive property here, and we have distributive property here. So here, we're going to multiply this -2 times both numbers in the parentheses, Please draw your arrows to indicate that you are going to use distributive property. Then we also have distributive property here, which is a -3. And we're going to multiply -3 times both numbers in the parentheses there. Please make sure that you draw the arrows to represent distributive property, okay? Make sure that we're all good. Yes, baby. Okay, we're good. We'll see you right, okay? I hadn't worked it out. Now, come on. You draw the arrows. We're right here. Yes, I can. Draw the arrows, baby, okay? To indicate that it's distributive property. All right. Okay, so now we're going to perform distributive property. So no distributive property over here. So we're going to bring this down. Bring down the equal. So now we're going to multiply -2 times both numbers in the parentheses. What's -2 times a +2p? You have a calculator.
-4.
-4 what?
P.
P. Good job, babe. What is -2 times a +4?
-8.
-8. Good job, Atiana. Now we're going to do distributive property here, okay? What's -3 times a +2p? -6 what? P. What's -3 times a -2?
-6.
+6. That's okay, baby. +6. So distributive property comes first. Nia, you write it? You got it? Next is combining like terms on each side of the equal sign separately. Okay, before you start moving stuff, combine like terms. Let's look at this side of the equal sign. What terms over here can we combine together? What are my like terms? The 10p. And what else? What else is like it? What are the like terms for 10p? P. What kind of p is this?
Negative.
What number is automatically in front of this p?
1.
So this is -1 p. So what is 10p minus 1p? 9p. Now we're going to combine, and you have your calculator if you forgot. Okay. 9 minus 11. Tamir, make sure you're focused.
-2.
That's -2. So we're going to write -2 here. Write this down, please. Bring down the equal. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to combine the like terms. What terms are alike on this side of the equal sign?
The -4p
-4p.
and the -6p.
Very good, babe. And the -6p. If you forgot how to do that, type it in your calculator. -4 minus 6. What is -4 minus 6?
-10.
-10. Okay. Now we're going to combine -8 plus 6. If you forgot, type it in. What is -8? Type this in, Amari. Type it in, baby. -8 plus 6. What does that give me? -2. This is -2. So we did distributive property first. Then we combine like terms on each side separately. Okay. Now we're going to move the variables to the same side. Okay, I'm going to move the smallest one. Negative 10p is smaller than the positive 9. What's the opposite or the inverse of subtracting or a negative 10? So we're going to add the 10p to move it to the other side. So now we have 9 plus 10. What's 9p plus 10p? 19p. Bring down the minus 2. Bring down the equal. Negative 10 plus 10 is going to be 0. And we're left with negative 2. We're left with this. Bring down the minus or negative 2. Now we have to get p by itself. So look at the side that has p on it. Which one of these numbers do you move first? The 19 or the minus p? The minus p. Good job, Ricardo. So how do you get rid of a minus 2? Sit up, Leah. Add to, somebody said. Very good. When you add 2 to both sides, this is 0. So you're left with 19p over here. Bring down the equal. Negative 2 plus 2 is also 0. Good. So now how do we get rid of the 19? What operation is automatically between 19 and p? What operation? Is it addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? Multiplication is automatically between the coefficient and a variable, a number and a variable. What's the opposite or inverse of multiplication? Division. So we're going to divide by 19 to get rid of the 19. How many times will 19 go into 19? Once. So we have 1p or just p. What is 0? If you forgot, please type it in. 0 divided by 19. 0. It is 0. So your answer here is 0. P is equal to 0. I'm going to pause for the calls, give you a chance to write. All right, so now I want you to try, let's erase this. Instead of doing 16, I want you to try number 17 on your own, and we're going to move on. Do number 17, please. I'm going to leave 15 here so you'll have an example, but I need you to do number 17. We're going to do number 17 exactly how we did 15. You have distributive property first. Treat this as a negative 1. You're going to multiply negative 1 times both numbers in the parentheses. Distributive property, combine like terms, move the variables to the same side, isolate the variable, just like we did in 15. I'm going to pause to give you a chance to do number 17 on your own, and then we're moving on. Okay, so look. So when you distribute, please make sure that you answer the question, okay? Hayden, what is 10 times x? Very good, babe. What is 10 times the 3? Jessica, what's 10 times 3? Positive 30, sorry. Okay? Shh. Y'all got it? Jessica, make sense, baby? Okay. Now we're going to multiply negative 1 times both numbers in the parentheses. Okay? So, Tamir, what is a negative times a negative? A positive. So this is going to give me a positive 9x. Okay? So, Nia, what's negative 1 times a negative 4? You got a calculator, baby. Type it in. What's negative 1 times a negative 4? Anybody? 4. Positive 4. Okay. All right, so now let's look. Make sure I record, okay? Yep, I am. Let's look at this side. We're gonna bring this down. No distributive property over here. Next step, good folks. Combine terms that are alike. Let's look at this side over here, okay? What can we combine on this side? Bryson, what are the like terms over here? What's the term that's like 10x? That's on this side of the equal sign. Excuse me. 9x. Good job, babe. So we're going to combine 10x plus 9x. What is 10x plus 9x? 19x. Now we have 30 plus 4. America, what's 30 plus 4? 34. So we got plus 34 here. Bring down the equal. What terms can we combine on the other side? What can we combine over here on this side? Yes, baby. What kind of 5 is that? Positive or negative? It's negative 5 plus 3. If you forgot, type it in. What is negative 5 plus 3? Negative 2. So we got x minus 2. Nia, write this down, baby. Now we're going to move the x's to the same side. I'm going to move the smaller one. I'm going to move the 1x. What's the opposite of a positive 1x?
Negative 1x.
So we're going to subtract 1x from both sides. What is 19x minus 1x? So we got 18x plus 34 is equal to, this is gone, and we're left with negative what? Negative 2. Now what are we going to do to get x by itself? Which one of these numbers do we move first? 18 or 34? How do we move, or what is the inverse of adding?
Subtracting.
So we have to subtract 34. This is gone, and I'm left with 18x. Bring down the equal. What's negative 2 minus 34?
Negative 36.
Very good, baby. Negative 36. Now what are we going to do to get x by itself? What operation is between 18 and x?
Multiplication.
This is multiplication here. Mari, do you understand that part? What's the opposite of multiplication?
Division.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to divide both sides by 18. How many times will 18 go into 18?
Once.
So we got 1x or just x, okay? What is negative 36 divided by 18? Negative 2. Good job, baby. Please put your packet in your folder and take out your interactive notebook. You need a calculator. So if you hadn't picked up your calculator, please do so. All right, what is a linear equation? What kind of lines do a linear equation graph? A straight line. What kind of lines do nonlinear equations graph? Not straight lines, okay? They're not straight lines. All right, so we're going to go through the graphing part again, and then there's an assignment that I'm going to give you, and you're going to put it in your notebook. Okay, so make sure that you cut your calculator on. What are the keystrokes to clearing your calculator? What's the first button that I press?
Second.
I press my second button. Then what?
Plus.
Plus. What's after that? 7. What's after that?
1, 2.
1, 2. Second plus 7, 1, 2. Second plus 7, 1, 2. Hold it up so I can see that RAM is cleared. Random access memory. Very good. Second plus 7, 1, 2. Good job, good job, good job. Very good. Let's clear it. Second plus 7, 1, 2. Good job, good job. Very good. Angel, you got it, baby? Good. Very good, sweetie. Got it? Second plus 7, 1, 2. Yeah. Good job. You already have one, baby. You got a great one. Second plus 7, 1, 2. You got it? All right, here we go. Come on, baby. You okay? All right. Now, when we're graphing, we press the Y equals button. And I'm going to give you, let's do example number 6 here. Let's do Y is equal to, and we're going to do a negative 1/2 X plus 2. Okay, good folks. Let's make a guess. Do you think that this is going to be linear or nonlinear? Guess. Some people say nonlinear. Does anybody think it's going to be linear? All right, so most of us, silence is consent. So that means all of us think that this is going to be nonlinear. All right, let's graph it. Watch Miss Reyes. Go to Y equals, please. We have a negative 1/2, so let's press the negative button. Let's put the fraction in the parentheses. Where is the open parentheses? Above what number? 8. And then type 1 divided by 2. That's how you type in that fraction. Close the parentheses. Please make sure you type this in correctly so we don't have any discrepancies later. Is it okay, Ms. Reyes, to put the negative inside the parentheses? Yes. All right, where is the X? Yes, baby. Next to the alpha button. Good job, Tamir. And then we have plus 2. Hold it up so I can make sure that everyone has typed this in correctly so we can get a correct response. Go to Y equals, baby. Negative, parentheses. Then we have 1 divided by 2. Close parentheses. X, right beside the green button. And then say plus 2. All right, good job, good job, good job. Very good. Very good. Hold the part so I can see that. Okay. Good job, baby. Very good. Now go back here. You got it? All right, got it? Okay, very good. Now, what do we do to graph it? What button we press? Press the graph button, please. Is this a straight line, yes or no? This is linear. Yes. All right. This is linear.
Yes. I want to do another one.
Catch up on rating right now. Okay. You want me to? Please make sure that you let me know that everything is online, but I will send a student with paper copies, okay? Yes. Yes, you have to. Thank you. All right, we ready? Okay, let's do this one. Okay, one is like this, one is like that. Okay, let's do number 7. I'm gonna do. See if you can tell me if this is linear or non-linear. Y is equal to. Let's do. We already did one where X is on the bottom. All right, let's do this one. Let's do 5x squared minus 6. And let's do x squared Okay, let's do those two. I'm going to pause for the calls. I want you to graph them each and tell me if they're linear or nonlinear. Okay, so when you're typing in this one, y equals, clear what's already there. You have 5. X beside the green button. Squared is right here beside the comma. And then you have -6. Press the graph button and you'll see that this forms a U-shaped line. It's not a perfect straight line, so this one is non-linear. Raise your hand if you got that right. Perfect. Okay, let's look at the second one. We have x squared. So we have x and x squared right beside the comma. When we graph it, it graphs a U-shaped line, a parabola. So this is also non-linear. Okay? Any questions about those? All right, Ms. Reyes, y equals. Let's type in the square root of x. Second, x squared. That's how you type in square root. Then when I type in x, I just press the button right beside the green alpha button and close the parentheses. Let's graph it to see if it's linear. Press graph. So look, that is not a perfect straight line. It has a little curve to it. So this would be non-linear. So I'm going to put number 9 here. Y is equal to the square root of x. This is non-linear. Okay? You say, gosh, Leah. Leah, what you doing, girl? Oh. Hand 5. A high 5. All right. So now let's do this sheet that's in front of you. Linear versus non-linear. All right. I'm going to do the tables at the bottom because the top part is easy to do. All right, Ms. Reyes, how do you graph these points in the calculator? Please watch. Let's look at this table. What is this x? What are the x values going up by? From here to here, this is you're adding what to get from here to here? 1. What are you adding to get from here to here? 1. What are you adding to get from here to here? 1. Okay, so this is going up by 1s on this side. Let's see what this side is going up by. What is this going up by? This is going up by 5. What is this going up by? What is this going up by? Do you see how it's going up by the same number here and the same number here? So that means when you graph it, this would actually form a straight line. This is linear. Okay? It's going up by the same amount here. It's going up by the same amount here. This is actually linear. It's going to form a straight line. If I connect these points, it's going to form a straight line. How do I know that by graphing it? How do I graph the points in the calculator? All right, let's look. Make sure you turn your calculator on, please. Press the stat button. Go over to where it says, go down to where it says edit and press enter on number 1. Now we're going to type our points in here and graph them. All right, so let's type in. Under L1, we got 1. These are our X values. 2, 3, 4. Ms. Reyes, how did you get to the next line? I press either the down arrow or I press enter. I need you to do this because you're not going to know how to do it on your own. Yes, baby. I either press down or I press enter. Stat and enter. Go over to list 2. Press these numbers. You got 5, enter, 10, enter, 15, enter, and 20, enter. All right, so now we're going to graph these. Press the stat button, press yellow button, the second button, and Y equals. We're going to plot the points. So press enter. Enter one more time. Press zoom and zoom fit. All right, let's go ahead and put our calculators up, please. If you're coming in, please stand on the back wall. Oh, I forgot you had your computer in there.